Hello, welcome back to the channel Tarot Yogi. I'm Vinit, and today we have another timeless pick a card reading on your first impression of your future spouse and what will be your future spouse's first impression of you. We will be looking at both the things, and even before we jump into the reading, I do want to announce that I will be teaching my Thoth Advanced Tarot course starting 28th March. So if you're interested in learning the Thoth Tarot from me, this is the time for it. Do sign up. You can send me an email to get more details, and you can do the same on Instagram. And if you're interested in learning witchcraft, I'm going to be offering that in June, so you can sign up for that as well. And you can hit me up if you're interested in getting a personal reading. And please do like the video, share, subscribe, comment. I'm seeing that 61% of my returning viewers are not subscribed. That is not cool. Please subscribe. It wouldn't cost you a thing to just hit the subscribe button. So please subscribe. And now let's move forward to the reading on what will be your first impression of your future spouse and what will be their first impression of you. We have 3 piles to choose from. Pile number 1, we have the Thoth Tarot. Pile number 2, we have the Triomphe della Luna Tarot. And pile number 3, we have our Edmund Lulac Tarot. So take a minute, see what pile is being called to you intuitively. The description box below will have the timestamp for your pile. And again, remember, these are general readings, so please take what resonates, leave the rest. And do let me know in the comments how it resonates. Like the video, share, subscribe, comment. You can hit me up if you're interested in getting a personal reading and if you're interested in learning tarot and witchcraft. And I will see you guys in your reading. Thank you. Hello, pile number 1. If you chose the very beautiful Thoth Tarot, this is your reading on what will be your first impression of your future spouse and what will be their first impression of you. And even before we jump into the reading, I do want to announce that I will be teaching the lovely Thoth Tarot starting 28th March. So if you're interested in learning the Thoth Tarot from me, do sign up for this. It's going to be a super special course. It's going to be 16 sessions. You're going to spend a lot of time learning the Thoth. And if you're interested in learning witchcraft from me, which is going to happen sometime in June, you can sign up for that as well. You can send me an email or hit me up on Instagram to get more details, and you can do the same if you are interested in getting a personal reading from me. And please do like, share, subscribe. I see a lot of y'all are not subscribing, but a lot of y'all are watching my videos. It doesn't really make sense, so please do subscribe. And now let's move forward to the reading on the first impressions. Okay, pile number 1, we have the Prince of Wands, we have Princess of Cups, we have the Fool, we have Princess of Discs, we have 10 of Cups, 6 of Swords, and we have Queen of Discs. So let's start with you. Let's start at the mutual level. Prince of Wands. So both of y'all are going to be extremely physically attracted to each other when you do run into each other. And for a lot of y'all, I am getting this is going to be more of a social setting. I don't think you're going to meet them online or something necessarily. I think it's going to be an in-person meeting, and I feel like they will see you first. I do think they are the more masculine amongst the two, so I think they're going to be the one who's going to approach. And I do think they will tick all the right boxes for you. And you are being represented here as the Princess of Cups. So it's pretty much going to be love at first sight for you. You're going to be very smitten. You're going to be very into your person. And I think even it'll take you by surprise because you haven't necessarily been expecting to feel that way about anyone, let alone a stranger that you've never met. But I think you will know. You will really know. And for your person, yes, they will be attracted to you, but they will also sort of see you as a new start. They will feel like their blessings have sort of been answered. They will get a very positive energy of you. They will get a very positive vibe of you, and it's going to be mutual. I think you're going to hit it off right away. There's going to be a lot of flirting. There's going to be a lot of mutual reception and exchange. You're going to talk a lot, and I think your person is going to be extremely flirty as well. We have 10 of Cups in the center of the reading, so you are going to be each other's emotional fulfillment. So in whatever way both of you, y'all want it. It will be that for you both. But then again, you're showing up here as the princess of discs, and they're showing up in the Six of Swords energy. So I do think they're going to be in a very transitional phase in their own life. I think they will be coming out of a relationship. I do think, and it's not just that, I do think maybe their finances have been a little up and down. So they're going to be in this transitional phase of moving from, the more difficult times to a much easier time, I would say. And so I would say they're going to be a little hesitant in the beginning, at least. They're not exactly going to know what can they even offer you, because they do sort of see you as the Queen of Pentacles. They do want to offer you something stable. It's just I don't think they're very stable right now. And you're showing up on your Princess of Discs energy, and she's sort of prego over here. So I think you're going to have to control yourself a bit. I do think timing is going to be a very important. Timing is going to play a very important role in how you both really come together for a long period of time. So I do feel there might be initial delay of maybe 6 months. That's what I'm getting with the Six of Swords. There will be this sort of transitional phase where, it will take them some time to make space for someone like you in their life. And well, I honestly don't know what to say. I think maybe you can wait for them for 6 months. I don't think you should wait for them for more than 6 months. Pile number one. And I'm laughing because I guess you don't really move on from someone till you have completely exhausted all the feelings you have for that person, right? And I think they're going to be a bit of a lesson for you in the beginning, right? I do think they're going to maybe teach you to not always give so willingly, even if it is something you want to do for yourself. I do think they will help you look at that shadow within yourself where you really like to give. And the traditional association for the Page of Pentacles is Hector, and he was in Arthur's court, and he pretty much cheated on Arthur's wife, King Arthur. So, and that sort of led to the downfall. So I do think this is not the first person in your life. And I do think there are certain patterns that you particularly have with men, pile number one, that you will really have to clear out before you end up with your person in a healthy way. And again, I'm not saying this to like turn you off in any sort of the way, but I do think you will learn a lot from each other, even if it's not the most fun part of the relationship, right? I do think you will make each other grow a lot. And I do think you will push your person to do better. And I do think your person will teach you how to love yourself, which is a lesson you haven't exactly, been paying more attention to. So I do think you will be paying more attention to it after meeting your person for sure. But I'm not saying that, you're going to start loving yourself because of them. That's not what I'm saying at all. In fact, you have to be in the energy of loving yourself, even to meet this person. But I do think they will sort of amp up the work that you have been putting into yourself. I do think they will ask you for your number or your socials. I do think they will want to stay in touch. I do think they will ask for your number. Because even if they cannot pinpoint right away, they do sort of know that they want to meet you again. And I do think that itself will be your sign and your cue. And I'm sure this person is not the only one who's, asked you for your number, but it's going to feel different. I think you will know first in your heart. You're showing up here as the Princess of Cups. So even if they're going to be the first one to approach, I think you will be the first one to know that this is your forever person. I think your person will also help you in your abilities to manifest. I do think they will help you create more of whatever you want for yourself. And for a lot of y'all, I do feel it is material abundance. So I do think that will also be a cue for you to know that you've met the right person when, the money you're making triples, literally. And the Ten of Cups in the Thoth Tarot is very, very interesting because, yes, we have the Tree of Life symbolism. Yes, we have the Tree of Life symbolism, but what is very special about this Tree of Life is the cups that are being represented on each of the Sephiroth. You can see that the water is being spilled, but it is only being spilled because the cup above it is overflowing. So you're not going to be like a candle that burns at both ends. You're not going to have to overcompensate by loving people extra. I think you will fix these habits by the time you meet your person, and I think meeting your person will just clear up all those habits that are not actually good for you. So you will be getting rid of a lot of stuff like that. So you will be on a path of self improvement already, I would say, and you must have at least done 40% of the work before you meet your person. I do feel this is going to happen. I do feel this is going to happen when you're traveling. I'm seeing the road on the Queen of Discs card, so definitely when you're more in your movement energy, I think that's when you will meet your person. Gonna shuffle some oracle and see if there's anything I missed. Okay, pile number 1, we have card number 46, Purgation, and card number 16, Blamier. So like I said, you're going to be in this process of mercilessly cutting away at things that are no longer serving you. You will take full accountability of your life. You're going to really make peace with your own shadow. You're going to really integrate it in a very active sort of a way. So you're not going to meet your person when you're down and out. You're not going to meet your person when you're low on your energy. You're not going to meet your person when you're upset and you're not feeling very loved. You're going to meet your person when you are feeling extremely loved by yourself, by everything, by your own actions. So you're going to be in a more active energy by the time you meet your person. And if you're not in your active energy, well, slowly get into it, right? Slowly build up to the stamina that you need to be that productive and functional for yourself. And trust me, you have to do it for yourself because if you do it for other people, you will just fall off the wagon sooner or later. So I do think there has to be more of a vow you make to yourself more than anyone else to really get things done. And I do think the more you accelerate on your path to loving yourself genuinely without bending over backwards for other people, I think the faster you will meet your person. So I'm not going to put a time frame on it because I do think even meeting a person has a very karmic overtone. So you're only going to meet them after you have, cleared up most of your karma. That's what I would say. Yeah. I do have a feeling you will meet your person in the night time. And I would say around the full moon. Because on the Blemia card, I'm seeing the full moon. Anything else? Yeah, that's all I have for pile number 1. It's a general reading. So please check out Resonance, leave a rest. And if you like my style of reading, please like this video, share, subscribe, comment. Let me know in the comments how it resonates. And if you're interested in learning tarot from me, definitely send me an email to get more details. You can do the same if you're interested in learning witchcraft or getting a personal reading from me. And I will see you guys in your next reading. Thank you. By number two, if you chose the very beautiful Triumphi della Luna tarot, this is your reading on what will be your first impression of your future spouse and what will be their first impression of you. And before we jump into the reading, I do want to announce that I will be teaching my advanced Thoth tarot course starting 28th March. So if you're interested in learning the Thoth tarot from me, definitely send me an email to get more details. You can do the same on Instagram. You can hit me up, and I will also be offering a witchcraft course in June of 2025, so you can sign up for that as well. And you can hit me up if you're interested in getting a personal reading as well. And please do like, share, subscribe. I'm seeing a lot of y'all are not subscribing, so please subscribe, and I will continue to the reading, given that you have subscribed. Another Devil card. Okay, by number two, we have the Devil. We have Three of Pentacles, we have the Star, we have Hermit. Five of Wands, we have Nine of Cups, and Five of Swords. I feel you're going to run into your person at a work kind of a situation. It'll either be like a work party or like a work mixer, something along those lines. I do see you're not even looking at your person. I think you're going to be more focused on the work. You're going to be more focused on the people you are there with, or whatever contacts you need to make and do the needful networking. You're going to be more focused on your work, and I do think that's when your person will see you. I do think when your person lays their eyes on you, they will feel like their prayers have been answered. They've really hit the jackpot, because they will see you as everything that they want, even if they don't know you, because they're going to be in the Nine of Cups energy, so they're going to be very pleased even if this is not what they're showing on their face. And like I said, you're going to be more busy, or you're going to be more preoccupied with other kind of thoughts than about meeting your future spouse at that given time. And we have the Star card again, so I do feel you have been so disappointed that you have just set your sights very high to the stars, and I understand that. I get it. But I do feel the right person will make you want to come back to Earth. And yeah, the cards look challenging. I don't even think you are the kind of person who socializes. I don't think you are a social butterfly. I don't think you like to roam about. You're just not the kind of person who likes an adventure, or you really like to go out and explore places that you've never been necessarily. You are more of your hermit kind of a person. You're more introverted. You're usually into your space. I don't think you are, in a lot of rooms. So I do think this will be divinely orchestrated, where you will, be out and about for something else, but you will also run into your person. So it's going to be a bit of a jackpot for you, even if you don't realize right away, because again, I don't think you will be so focused on your person, at least initially. You won't, and I think your person will, I do feel your person will, be more in the know than you, that, you are that person. I do think there are going to be a lot of misunderstandings, and I do think there's going to be a lot of just not understanding each other, because there is a lot of attraction, but there is a lot of just things that are not known, but also you both will be projecting at the same time, your own past hurt and trauma. So it's going to be a very interesting time for your spiritual growth, I would say. You're gonna be extremely triggered. We do have the Devil card, so I do think your person will not pull you to the nether realms, but I do think they will make you confront your darkest shadow, even if you have been running away from it. And I do think you will be doing the same for your person. I do think you sort of ignoring your person is going to hit their confidence, definitely. And I don't know, I just see you guys flirting, but the way I see you guys flirting is, borderline like fighting. Because Five of Wands is that energy, right? You're sort of, even if you're fencing for fun, just a second of anger, and you can really hurt the person, right? So, and I do think that there is this intensity that you feel because again, there is a recognition that you've known your person in a past life, so it's definitely a continuation of whatever you haven't finished with your person. But I do think you will sort of heal each other, you know, even if it is sort of annoying in the beginning. I do think it will take some time, but I do see you guys coming together, and I do see you guys, having a more harmonious time together because there is attraction, there is, I would say, even a bit of overconfidence, but also as defense mechanism, just really teasing each other. So there's going to be a level of playfulness, but then that playfulness can, sometimes, spill into aggression. So I would say be a little mindful of that. But this is your person after all, so I do think you and your person both will have like a good Mars. Whether your Mars would be in Dhanishta in Capricorn, or it could be in the 10th house, or it could be very well placed at a good degree. Because you both have a bit of this, not a bit, I would say quite a lot of this masculine energy. You know how to get fired up, both of y'all. So I do think it'll take some time for you to sort of synergize together. I do think there will be, intense moments, definitely, but I do think you will sort of come around to really understanding each other and being able to really see and understand where the other person is coming from, despite, the inability to express that because of their own pain. That's what I'm strongly getting over here, pile number two. I do think your person is going to really scare you. You're going to be really scared because I do see by the time you meet your person, you will have completely given up on love. You wouldn't even want to hear about it. So you would be like, why now? But that's the thing. That's the lesson over here, pile number two. So it's going to happen when you least expect it. It's not going to happen when you're looking to date, when you're looking to find a person. When you've you've surrendered your heart. I think that's when the person will literally just fall into your lap. And these are not cruel games that God likes to play with us. This is just our own personal karma playing out the way it has to. And I think the lesson over here is to not take things personally. I think the lesson here is to not take things so personally and to understand that sometimes later is better. Right? Shuffle some oracle. Okay, pile number two, we have card number 42, the Fawn, card number 25, Cauldron, and card number 31, Sophia. Firstly, I want to say a person could have strong Capricorn placements. Earth sign is heavy, Virgo, Taurus. And I think you will understand when your manifestation abilities shoot up, when you're getting what you want easily without, necessarily putting in that kind of hard work and, waiting that long. That's when you will know. I do think your person is going to activate your own energetic body. I don't want to use the word Kundalini because I think, it has become such a commonplace word in pop culture that everyone just uses it to describe, just the smallest kind of awakenings. And Kundalini is not that. So I'm not going to say you're going to necessarily have a Kundalini awakening, but you will be more in touch with your own personal Shakti, your own personal energy. With Sophia, that's what I'm getting. You're going to be more in touch with your feminine side, your feminine energy, light feminine and dark feminine, all of it. You're going to be more, you're going to be more well acquainted with that side of yourself. So your person is going to definitely bring in a bit of ease into your life that you have been wanting. They will again cool things down for you. It's not going to You're not going to be as cooked as you have been. You will be able to relax for some time. But again, I do think your wishy energy will be heightened as a result of you meeting your person. And again, you sort of have to walk the witch's road, right? For you to even get your abilities strengthened. So you're going to be more proactive in your spiritual practices. You're going to be more proactive in your manifestations and just ability to create over here, right? And even enchantment, you will be able to. You're gonna be more in your love witch kind of energy. I do feel that, even if you're not exactly going out and looking for love. So keep shining bright. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't stop. And there is someone for you, no matter what your age is. A lot of people are supposed to fall in love at a later age, and there's nothing wrong with that. Not everyone marries their high school sweetheart, right? So learn to honor that. Learn to honor your own personal story. I would say again that you might meet your person in the nighttime. Nighttime might be prominent for you. Maybe your witchy abilities are more active at night, so you need to work with them in the nighttime when everyone is sort of asleep. You will be able to cut away at things that are no longer serving you. You will be more mindful, you will be more in touch with just what you want in your life and what you don't want in your life. You're going to be more sure about yourself than you have ever been, I would say, by number 2. Anything else? Yeah, that's all I have for pile number 2. Again, it's a general reading, so please like, share, subscribe. Let me know in the comments how it resonates. And if you're interested in getting a personal reading from me, if you're interested in learning the Thoth Tarot from me and Witchcraft from me, you can send me an email to get more details, and I will see you guys in your next reading. Thank you. Hello, pile number 3. If you chose the very beautiful and lovely Edmund Delac Tarot, this is your reading on the first impression of your future spouse and their first impression of you. And even before we jump into the reading, I do want to announce that I will be teaching my Thoth Advanced Tarot course starting 28th March. So if you're interested in learning the Thoth Tarot from me, do sign up. I don't know if I'll be teaching this again, so do make the most of it. I'm going to be offering 16 sessions, so you're going to be spending 2 months together. So do sign up. And I will also be offering a witchcraft course in June of 2025, so do sign up for that as well. And if you're interested in getting a personal reading, you can do the same. Hit me up on Instagram or my email given in the description box below. And now let's jump into the reading on the first impression of your future spouse and their first impression of you. And I'm going to limit myself to a 7-card spread, which I will be teaching you in my course if you join. I've already taught this to all my students, so certain tarot spreads do come in handy. Although I don't usually like to read with a lot of spreads these days. But it's good if you're a beginner. Okay, pile number 3, we have the King of Wands, the Page of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, we have 5 of Cups, 4 of Swords, Judgment, and we have 9 of Wands. there will be a lot of sparks initially, but higher the sparks, the more intensity and more the heat, right? And I do I do feel it'll sort of fizzle out in the beginning at least. And you will sort of again project your unhealed parts of yourself onto each other, and you will sort of assume the worst, and there will sort of be a separation over here for a while, because we do have Five of Cups in the center of the reading, and Knight of Pentacles for your energy in the future, and Nine of Wands for their energy. So I do feel there's going to be an argument, but to sort of retrace it before that, you will be very attracted to your person. I think you will see your person as a new start, and I think your person will already be going through like a deep spiritual awakening. So I would say that they are a little more spiritual than you, in the way where I would say your person is a little more spiritual than you, because they will already be going through this very big spiritual arc, and they will sort of know that meeting you was a part of the karmic contract. Like, they did well, so they're sort of meeting you at the end of the rainbow. So there's going to be a lot of enthusiasm in the beginning. We also have the King of Wands, so I think both of y'all are going to be meeting each other at the height of your career. You're not going to be meeting each other when both of y'all are struggling. I think both of y'all are going to be in a very good place. Both of y'all will be at the top of your leadership roles, because you're going to come together to make a team. And I do think you will be doing a lot together, whether it be making a baby, or running a business together, or starting a new business, or combining your businesses. I am getting very like business kind of energy in this reading, so I do feel that is of some importance over here. But I do think this will happen at a later date. I do think you will see a person as someone who needs to heal, and they need their time, and you will be more focused on your own stuff, on what you have to build for yourself in the meantime. So you're going to be busy, and I think your person will be a little defensive, because I don't think they were expecting to get this hurt. So I do feel there are going to be misunderstandings, but it's just the intensity you both share, I would say. But I would say even if a gap happens, you will come together. You will definitely come together. I do think both of y'all will sort of have to go away and heal, and then come together once both of y'all are healed. And I do think, I don't even think you've met your person necessarily yet. So I do think it's going to be like a future event. And I do feel your relationship, might even happen at a later age. So, you've spent more time away from each other than together. So I do feel there is some sort of karma playing out over here, and I do see marriage over here, but I do feel the marriage will happen not exactly when you want it. It will happen at a later time. And I think it's for the better. I think both of y'all have to close out a lot of chapters in both of your lives to sort of be together, without it being a burden, or it not sort of working out. Right? So in order for your marriage to work out, you both will have to come to each other with a clean slate. So that there is a lot of importance given on your past lives, and the kind of karmic baggage you have right now, and what are you sort of doing to dispose of it. So I do feel that has to be a priority for you right now, if you really want to call in your person as soon as possible. I know this is not fun, but I would rather give you the truth than to lie to you to make you feel better. Pile number 3, and I don't have to lecture you on patience. I do think you understand. Good things do take time, and if something is sort of fizzling out early on, maybe that's for the better. But it might sort of feel like that with your person. But I do think in the long run you will be coming together. So you have to move through faith. You just have to know in your heart. You just have to know. You have to use your clear cognizance in situations like this, and know that just the way you came together the first time, your paths will cross again. And I'm really trying to focus on how you will feel the first time, but I guess I'm getting all this because you do have a lot of past lives together, and I do think you haven't been able to come together in a lot of the past lives. So there is that sort of deep subconscious fear that you're not even aware of that exists within your heart about, not finding the right person or not being able to be with the right person. And I do think when you meet your person, all these deep dark fears will come up to surface. So, be more mindful of it and try to integrate it when that happens. Because I do feel that will sort of be a lesson for you. I do think your person will make you more spiritual. For this file, I would say your person is going to be more spiritual than you, even if you are spiritual. Just the way you can see things from a vantage point, so can they. Just the way you have your spirit guides, so do they, I would say, to a very great degree over here. I think you just have to wait for the right time. You just have to wait for, the sun to shine again, and it will. It really will. And that's sort of the promise you have to know. So I do think, you will be going through a lot of spiritual tests. Or, you will be at the beginning of a lot of spiritual tests by the time you meet your person. So there's going to be a deep transformation happening in both your lives for the better, but it's not going to always feel that way, right? At least in the beginning, when you're at you know, the beginning of the transformation, at least. I'm not trying to say you're like water and oil. I'm not saying that. I'm saying initially it might feel like that, but I do sort of I do sort of feel the love over here. I do sort of feel the love over here, pile number three. I will say that you will eventually, become the most comforting thing for each other. I do see you just cuddling and spending a lot of time in your big bed. That's what I'm seeing. We'll keep it PG-13. So I do see a lot of lovey-dovey moments. I do see a lot of cuddles. I do see a lot of just happiness and the kind of domestic bliss you want. But you're going to have to initially fight for it, even if that's not what you want to hear. And I know the last time I did a future spouse reading, I think in two piles I got that, you're not exactly going to be living a soft life. You're going to be doing a lot. And I think a lot of people were up in arms with pitchforks because that's not what they wanted to hear, right? So I am getting some kind of energy like that again, where, you're going to be busier after marriage than you already are right now. So, let things happen when they have to. And I'm not saying that you're going to have to slog your life away at all. I'm just saying you need to maybe look at your birth chart. You need to look at where your north node is. I think you have a north node in Virgo or Capricorn, or even Taurus, I would say. It could be in any of the earth signs, because, or even Aries, I'm getting for a lot of y'all, because you're supposed to establish yourself in this lifetime. You're supposed to be of service. You're supposed to do a lot in this life. This lifetime is not for you to chill. This lifetime is for you to do. And I think the more you do, I think the faster you will attract the right person for you. And you will be, saving yourself from a lot of unnecessary lessons and heartbreaks, right? By number three. I do feel you will meet your person by a water body in the evening time. I would say dusk time. But I'm seeing a lot of water, so you're going to meet near water body. I would definitely say that. My best advice to you would be to not rush this at all, because this is your forever person, and you don't always know all the problems, right? You don't know how certain things are being worked out. So when it is the right time for you to come together, you will be able to come together, but don't give up hope. I'm really looking for something positive to say, but I do feel this is the most positive thing I can say, that you will come together, even if you have to really beat the very difficult odds. You will be able to beat them. So keep faith. And I do think you will get a premonition. You will be getting your person in your dreams. So pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to the subconscious messaging that is being passed to you. You know, your reality will start warping around you. So be aware of that as well. So I do think you will, like I said, be at the verge of a lot of spiritual awakenings by the time you meet your person. My nose is really itchy, so we'll take that as confirmation. Shuffle some marker. Anything I missed? Okay, pile number 3, we have card number 27, Punishment, card number 40, the Sentry, and card number 7, the Buffoon. So I do think you're going to meet your person when you least expected, when you genuinely don't want to be in love anymore, when you feel you're complete within yourself. That's when you will meet your person. And again, this is not some divine comedy happening at the expense of your life. This is just certain karmic patterns playing out. And you have to learn to not take these things personally. I think that's the most difficult lesson for everyone to really learn, and to not create selves out of the pain, right, that you have been experiencing across lifetimes. Again, that's very difficult to let go of. But I do think you're going to be doing that in this lifetime. Again, the Sentry, he's not paying attention. So again, it's not going to happen when you want it to. It's going to happen when you least expect it to. I do think you'll really like the way your person dresses. I do think they will have a unique style. They might not necessarily be trendy, but they will, you know, always follow their own heart. And I'm seeing someone in a lot of suits. So maybe a person could be into wearing suits, like a power suit. Whatever it is, you will find them attractive. And again, with the punishment card, I would say that your relationship itself is very, very karmic. So there will be the right time for it. And better to wait and to be alone than to be in a situation you're not supposed to be in prematurely with the wrong person. And I'm sure you know what I'm talking about by number 3. So learn your lessons and wait. Wait, it's going to be more beneficial, and it's going to be more of a winning strategy to wait than to settle. Anything else? Yeah, that's all I have for pile number 3. Again, it's a general reading. So please take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you like my channel feeding, please like the video. Share, subscribe, comment. I'm seeing a lot of y'all are not subscribing. Not cool. Please subscribe. And let me know in the comments how it resonates. You can also send me an email if you're interested in getting a personal reading, if you're interested in learning tarot and witchcraft. You can hit me up on Instagram, and I will see you guys in your next reading.